dos, check. Hey, welcome to Cafe Roma Karaoke. You went crying to the bedroom, I ran off to the bar. Another piece of heaven gone to hell. The words we spoke in anger just tore my world apart. And I sat there feeling sorry for myself. Then an old man sat down beside me and looked me in the eye. Said, son, I know what you're going through. You ought to get down on your knees and thank your lucky stars that you got someone to go home to. You don't know about lonely or how long nights can be till you've lived through the story that's still living in me. You don't know about sadness till you face life alone. You don't know about lonely till it's chiseled in stone. So I bought these pretty flowers, hoping you would understand. Sometimes a man is such a fool. These golden words of wisdom from the heart of that old man showed me I ain't nothing without you. You don't know about lonely or how long nights can be till you've lived through the story that old man just told me. You don't know about sadness till you face life alone. You don't know about lonely till it's chiseled in stone. Now you don't know about lonely till it's chiseled in stone. Gracias, dears Catalina. What?
Only
Good job, Catalina. Here's Ronaldo. I left Oklahoma, driving in a Pontiac, just about to lose my mind. I was going to Arizona, maybe on to California, where the people all live so fine. My baby said I was crazy, my mama called me lazy. I was gonna show them all this time. 'Cause you know I ain't no fooling, I don't need no more schooling. I was born just to walk the line. Living on Tulsa time, living on Tulsa time. Well, you know that I've been through it when I set my watch back to it. Living on Tulsa time. Well, there I was in Hollywood, wishing I was doing good, talking on the telephone line. They don't need me in the movies, nobody sings my songs. I guess I'm just wasting time. Well, then I got to thinking, man, I'm really sinking. I really had a flash this time. I had no business leaving, nobody would be grieving if I went on back to Tulsa time. Living on Tulsa time, living on Tulsa time. Gonna set my watch back to it, 'cause you know that I've been through it. Living on Tulsa time, living on Tulsa time, living on Tulsa time. Gonna set my watch back to it, 'cause you know that I've been through it. Living on Tulsa time. Good job, Ronaldo. Thank you. And here's James.
Than velvet was the night, softer than satin was the light from the stars. She wore blue velvet, bluer than velvet was her eyes, warmer than May her tender sighs. Love was ours, a love I held tightly, feeling the rapture grow, like a flame burning brightly. But when she left, gone was the glow of blue velvet. But in my heart they'll always be gracious and warm love memory through the years. And I still can see blue velvet through my tears. but in my heart they'll always be precious and warm love memory through the years. And I still can see blue velvet through my tears. Thank you.
Good job, James. And here's Barry.
All the gold in California is in a bank in the middle of Beverly Hills in somebody else's name. So if you're dreaming about California, it don't matter at all where you played it before. California's a brand new game. Trying to be a hero, winding up to zero, can scar a man forever, right down to his soul. Living on a spotlight can kill a man outright, 'cause everything that glitters is not gold. And all the gold in California is in a bank in the middle of Beverly Hills in somebody else's name. So if you're dreaming about California, it don't matter at all where you played it before. California's a brand new game. All the gold in California is in a bank in the middle of Beverly Hills in somebody else's name. So if you're dreaming about California, it don't matter at all where you played it before. California's a brand new game. Brand new game. Brand new game. Thank you.
Good job, Barry. And here's Bruce.
I hear the train a-comin', it's rolling round the bend, and I ain't seen sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps a-rolling on down to San Antonio. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry. probably drinking coffee and smoking baked cigars. Well, I know I had it coming. I know I can't be free. But those people keep a moving, and that's what tortures me. From this prison, if that railroad train was mine, I bet I'd move it on a little farther down the line. Far from Folsom Prison, that's where I want to stay. And I'd let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away.
Good job, Bruce. And here's Denise.
Where's Denise? Not the nephew, Denise.
Hi, thank you. There's a young man that I know. His age is 21. Comes from down in southern Colorado, just out of the service, and he's looking for his fun. Someday soon, going with him, someday soon. My parents cannot stand him, 'cause he rides a rodeo. My father says that he will leave me crying. I would follow him right down the toughest road I know. Someday soon, going with him, someday soon. But when he comes to call, my pa ain't got a good word to say. Guess it's 'cause he's just as wild in his younger days. So blow, you old blue northern, blow your love to me. He's riding in tonight from California. He loves his darned old rodeo as much as he loves me. Someday soon, going with him, someday soon. someday soon. Oh, and we'll care someday soon.
Good job, Denise. Here's Ann.
I don't know how she knew to give it to me. Crazy. I'm crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy, crazy for feeling so blue. I knew you'd love me as long as you wanted, and then someday you'd leave me for somebody new. Worry, why do I let myself worry? Wondering what in the world did I do? Oh, crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for trying and crazy for crying and crazy for loving you. Crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for trying and crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you.
Good job, Ann. Here's Michael.
Hello. Was I not doing a Beatles song? Oh.
Oh, hang on.
No,
You are
that's
now.
not the Beatles. Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll ride home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. I'll pretend that I'm kissing the lips I am missing, and hope that my dreams will come true. And then while I'm away, I'll ride home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. All my loving I will send to you. All my loving, darling, I'll be true. Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll ride home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. All my loving I will send to you. All my loving, darling, I'll be true. All my loving, all of my loving, ooh, all my loving I will send to you. That's a mouthful.
You would not have fallen, and I would not have found me. Angel flying too close to the ground. And I patched up your broken wings, hung around for a while, trying to keep your spirits up and your fever down. Just someday that you would fly away. Love's the greatest healer to be found. So leave me if you need to. I will still remember. Angel flying too close to the ground. I'd rather see you up, see you down. So leave me if you need to. I will still remember. Angel flying too close to the ground. Leave me if you need to. I will still remember. Angels like to flow to the ground. Gracias, and here's Catalina.
Your love is lifting me higher than I've ever been lifted before. Your love is lifting me higher than I've ever been lifted before. So keep it up, quench my desire, and I'll be at your side forevermore. Now once I was downhearted, disappointment was my closest friend. But you came, he soon departed, and he never showed his face again. I'm so glad I finally found you. You're that one in a million men. When you wrap your loving arms around me, I can stand up and face the world again. Your love is lifting me higher than I've ever been lifted before. So keep it up, quench my desire, and I'll be at your side forevermore. Your love is lifting me higher than I've ever been lifted before. Thank you.
Good job, Catalina. Here's James. Oh, it's Ronnie. I'm just checking if you guys aren't on your toes today. I know you've heard that worn out line about love at first sight. I never knew those words were true. You walked in tonight. All it took was just one look, knocking me off of my feet. Now I'm not a man of many words, so I'll make this short and sweet. Would you, if I asked you, would you wanna be my baby tonight? wishing we were hugging and a kissing and a holding each other tight. So could you, would you, ain't you gonna, if I ask you, would you wanna be my baby tonight? I'm not trying to come on like some rhinestone Romeo. I'm looking for a whole lot more than a one-night rodeo. What can I do to prove to you I'm laying it on the line? I'll even get down on my knees just to beg you one more time. Could you, would you, ain't you gonna, if I ask you, would you wanna be my baby tonight? Yeah, take a dance, slow dance, make a little romance. Honey, it'll be alright. Girl, you got me wishing we were hugging and a kissing and a holding each other tight. So could you, would you, ain't you gonna, if I ask you, would you wanna be my baby tonight? Could you, would you, ain't you gonna, if I ask you, would you wanna be my baby tonight? Yeah, take a chance, slow dance, make a little romance. Honey, it'll be alright. Girl, you got me wishing we were hugging and a kissing and a holding each other tight. So could you, would you, ain't you gonna, if I ask you, would you wanna be my baby tonight? Yeah, could you, would you, ain't you gonna, if I ask you, would you wanna be my baby tonight?
Thank you. Good job, Ronaldo. Here comes James. Hey, has anybody here had their car washed or parked by the guy on the street? He's at the door if he did. I think he wants to give you your car keys back.
When the sun beats down and burns a tar up on the roof, and your shoes get so hot you wish your tired feet were fireproof. Under the boardwalk, down by the sea, on a blanket with my baby is where I'll be.
Under the boardwalk,
Well, out of the sun,
under the boardwalk,
we'll be having some fun.
under the boardwalk,
People walking above,
under the boardwalk,
we'll be falling in love. Under the boardwalk, boardwalk. In the park you'll hear the happy sounds of a carousel. You can almost taste the hot dogs and french fries they sell. Under the boardwalk, down by the sea, on a blanket with my baby is where I'll be.
under the boardwalk,
Well, out of the sun,
under the boardwalk,
we'll be having some fun.
under the boardwalk,
The people walking above,
under the boardwalk,
we'll be falling in love. Under the boardwalk, boardwalk. Go under the boardwalk, down by the sea, on a blanket with my baby is where I'll be.
under the boardwalk,
Well, out of the sun,
under the boardwalk,
we'll be having some fun.
under the boardwalk,
People walking above,
under the boardwalk,
we'll be falling in love. Under the boardwalk, boardwalk.
Thank you.
Good job, James. Here's Barry.
Sometimes late at night I lay awake and watch her sleeping. She's lost in peaceful dreams, so I turn out the lights, lay there in the dark, and the thought crosses my mind: if I never wake up in the morning, would she ever doubt the way I feel about her in my heart? If tomorrow never comes, will she know how much I love her? Did I try in every way to show her every day that she's my only one? And if my time on earth were through, and she must face this world without me, is the love I gave her in the past gonna be enough to last if tomorrow never comes? 'Cause I've lost loved ones in my life who never knew how much I love them. Now I live with a regret that my true feelings for them never were revealed. So I made a promise to myself to say each day how much she means to me, and avoid that circumstance where there's no second chance to tell her how I feel. 'Cause if tomorrow never comes, will she know how much I love her? Did I try in every way to show her every day that she's my only one? And if my time on earth were through, and she must face this world without me, the love I gave her in the past gonna be enough to last if tomorrow never comes. So tell that someone that you love just what you're thinking of if tomorrow never comes. Thank you very much.
Good job, Barry. And here's Bruce.
Across from the depot, at a bar stool she took off her ring. Thought I'd get closer, so I walked on over, sat down and asked her her name. When the drinks finally hit her, she said I'm no quitter, but I finally quit living on dreams. Hungry for laughter, here ever after, I'm after whatever the other life brings. In the mirror I saw him, and I closely watched him, lost looked like a mountain. For a minute I thought I was dead. He started shaking, his big heart was breaking. He turned to the woman and said, "You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. 4 hungry children and a crop in the field. I've had some bad times, lived through sad times. This time you're hurting won't heal. You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille." After he left us, I ordered more whiskey. I thought how she made him look small. From the lights of the bar room to a rented hotel room, we walked without talking at all. She was a beauty when she came to me. She must have thought I'd lost my mind. I couldn't hold her 'cause the words that he told her kept coming back time after time. You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. 4 hungry children and a crop in the field. I've had some bad times, lived through some sad times. This time you're hurting won't heal. You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. 4 hungry children and a crop in the field. I've had some bad times, lived through some sad times. This time you're hurting won't heal. You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. Thank you.
Good job, Bruce, and here's Denise.
I'm sorry
Good job, Denise. Here's Anne.
Very nice, dear.
My father married a pure Cherokee. My mother's people were ashamed of me. The Indians said that I was white by law. The white man always called me Indian squaw. Half-breed, that's all I ever heard. Half-breed, I learned to hate the word. Half-breed, she's no good, they won't. Both sides were against me since the day I was born. We never settled, went from town to town. When you're not welcome, you don't hang around. The other children always laughed at me. Give her a feather, she's a Cherokee. Yeah, half-breed, that's all I ever heard. Half-breed, I will learn to hate the word. Half-breed, she's no good, they won't. Both sides were against me since the day I was born. We weren't accepted and I felt ashamed. 19, I let them tell me who's to blame. My life since then has been from man to man, but I can't run away from what I am. Half-breed, that's all I ever heard. Half-breed, I will learn to hate the word. Half-breed, she's no good, they won't. Both sides were against me since the day I was born. Half-breed, that's all I ever heard. Half-breed, I will learn to hate the word. Half-breed, she's no good, they won't. Both sides were against me since the day I was born.
Good job, Anne. Here's Michael.
Beatle night. Haven't done a lot of Beatles.
Da 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 dum dum da. Da 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 dum dum da. If there's anything that you want, if there's anything I can do, just call on me and I'll send it along with love from me to you. I got everything that you want, like a heart that's so true. Just call on me and I'll send it along with love from me to you. I got arms that long to hold you and keep you by my side. I got lips that long to kiss you and keep you satisfied. If there's anything that you want, if there's anything I can do, and just call on me and I'll send it along with love from me to you. From me to you, just call on me and I'll send it along with love from me to you. I got arms that long to hold you and keep you by my side. I got lips that long to kiss you and keep you satisfied. If there's anything that you want, if there's
you, to you. Thank you.
Good job, Michael. And here's Bonnie.
Hola, ¿cómo está? She was in the backyard, said it was a little past 9 when a prince pulled up a white pickup truck. Her folks should have seen it coming, it was only just a matter of time. A plenty old enough, and you can't stop love. She stuck a note in the screen door, sorry but I gotta go. That was all she wrote. Her mama's heart was broke. That was all she wrote. So the story goes. Now her daddy's in the kitchen, staring out the window, scratching and racking his brains. How could 18 years just up and walk away? Our little ponytail girl grown up to be a woman, now she's gone in the blink of an eye. She left the suds in the bucket and the clothes hanging out in the line. Don't you wonder what the preacher's gonna preach about on Sunday morning? Nothing quite like this has happened here before. Well, he must have been a looker, smooth-talking son of a gun. Such a grounded girl, they just up and run. Of course you can't fence time, and you can't stop love. Now all the biddies in the beauty shop gossip going on and stop sipping on pink lemonade. How could 18 years just up and walk away? Our little ponytail girl grown up to be a woman, now she's gone in the blink of an eye. She left the suds in the bucket and the clothes hanging out in the line. Yee-hoo! She's got a pretty little bare feet hanging out the window, and they're headed up to Vegas tonight. Up in 18 years, just up and walk away. Our little ponytail girl grown up to be a woman, now she's gone in the blink of an eye. She left the suds in the bucket and the clothes hanging out in the line. She left the suds in the bucket and the clothes hanging out in the line. She was in the backyard, said it was a little past 9 when a prince pulled up a white pickup truck. Plenty old enough, and you can't stop love. And no, you can't fence time, and you can't stop love. Woo!
Good job, Bonnie. And here's Tanya.
Gracias.
Guess mine is not
Good job, Tanya.
Ride east every other Friday, but if I had it my way, day would not be wasted on this drive. Want so bad to hold you, son, there's things I haven't told you. Your mom and me couldn't get along, so I drive. Think about my life and wonder why, that I slowly die inside every time I turn that truck around right at the Georgia line. I count the days and the miles back home to you, that Highway 20 ride. Day might come, you realize that if you see it through my eyes, wasn't no other way to work it out. And a part of you might hate me, but son, please don't mistake me for a man that didn't care at all. And I drive, and I think about my life and wonder why, that I slowly die inside every time I turn that truck around right at the Georgia line. I count the days and the miles back home to you, that Highway 20 ride. When you drive and the years go flying by, I hope you smile if I ever crossed your mind. It was the pleasure of my life, and I cherished every time. My whole world, it begins and ends with you on that Highway 20 ride. Whoa, 20 ride. Whoa, 20 ride. Highway 20 ride. And I ride. Gracias, and here's Catalina.
Good job,
Muchas
Catalina.
gracias.
Here's Ronaldo.
It's a duet, Fox.
Okay.
You placed gold on my finger. You brought love like I've never known. You gave life to our children and to me a reason to go on. You're my bread when I'm hungry. You're my shelter from troubled winds. You're my anchor in life's ocean. But most of all, you're my best friend. When I need hope and inspiration, you're always strong when I'm tired and weak. I could search this whole world over, you'd still be everything that I need. You're my bread when I'm hungry. You're my shelter from troubled winds. You're my anchor in life's ocean. But most of all, you're my best friend. You're my bread when I'm hungry. You're my shelter from troubled winds. You're my anchor in life's ocean. But most of all, you're my best friend. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job, guys. Here comes James.
Wrapped around each other, trying so hard to stay warm. That first cold winter together, lying in each other's arms, watching those old movies, falling in love so desperately. Honey, I was your hero, and you were my leading lady. We had it all, just like Bogey and Bacall, starring in our own late, late show, sailing away to Key Largo. Here's looking at you, kid, missing all the things we did. We can find it once again, I know, just like they did in Key Largo. Honey, can't you remember? We played all the parts, that sweet scene of surrender, when you gave me your heart. Please say you will play it again, 'cause I love you still. Maybe this can't be the end. We had it all, just like Bogey and Bacall, starring in her own late, late show, sailing away to Key Largo. Here's looking at you, kid, missing all the things we did. We can find it once again, I know, just like they did in Key Largo. We had it all, just like Bogey and Bacall, starring in her own late, late show, sailing away to Key Largo. Here's looking at you, kid, missing all the things we did. We can find it once again, I know, just like they did in Key Largo. Thank you.
Good job, James. Here's Barry.
Been beat up and battered round, been set up and I've been shut down. You're the best thing that I've ever found. Handle me with care. Reputation's changeable, situations tolerable, but baby, you're adorable. Handle me with care. I'm so tired of being lonely, I still have some love to give. Won't you show me that you really care? Everybody's got somebody to lean on. Put your body next to mine and dream on. I've been fogged up and I've been the fool. I've been robbed and ridiculed. Daycare centers and night schools. Handle me with care. Been stuck in airports, terrorized, sent to meetings to hypnotize, overexposed, commercialized. Handle me with care. I'm so tired of being lonely, I still have some love to give. Won't you show me that you really care? Everybody's got somebody to lean on. Put your body next to mine and dream on. I've been uptight and made a mess, but I'll clean it up myself, I guess. All the sweet smells of success. Handle me with care. That's That's it. Thank you very much. 30 seconds of applause would be nice.
Good job,
Keep it up,
Barry.
30 seconds.
Here comes Bruce.
I'll let you know later.
Everybody's going out and having fun. I'm just a fool for staying home and having none. I can't get over how she set me free. Oh, to me, a bad mistake I'm making just by hanging around. I know that I should have some fun and paint the town. I love such fool that's blind and just can't see. Oh, to me, I'll bet she's not like me. She's out and fancy free. She's flirting with the boys with all her charm. But I still love her so. And brother, don't you know, I'd welcome her right back here in my arms. There must be some way I can lose these lonesome blues. Forget about the past and find somebody new. I thought of everything from A to Z. Oh, lonesome me. I'll bet she's not like me. She's out and fancy free. She's flirting with the boys with all her charm. But I still love her so. And brother, don't you know, I'd welcome her right back here in my arms. There must be some way I can lose these lonesome blues. Forget about the past and find somebody new. I thought of everything from A to Z. Oh, to me. Oh, to me. Oh, to me. Oh, to me. Thank you.
Good job, Bruce. And here's Denise.
Just start this one. Now we go.
It's been such a long, long time. Looks like
Good job, Denise. Here comes Ann.
When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? Here's what she said to me. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. Then I grew up and fell in love. I asked my sweetheart, what lies ahead? Will we have rainbows day after day? Here's what my sweetheart said. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. Now I have children of my own. They ask their mother, what will I be? Will I be handsome? Will I be rich? I tell them tenderly. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. Que sera, sera.
Good job. Here's Michael.
Down in the boondocks, down in the boondocks. People put me down 'cause that's the side of town I was born in. I love her, she loves me, but I don't fit in her society. Lord have mercy on a boy from down in the boondocks. Every night I watch the light from the house upon the hill. I love a little girl that lives up there, and I guess I always will. But I don't dare knock on her door, 'cause her daddy is my boss man. So I'll just have to be content to see her whenever I can. Down in the boondocks, down in the boondocks. People put me down 'cause that's the side of town I was born in. I love her, she loves me, but I don't fit in her society. Lord have mercy on a boy from down in the boondocks. Down in the boondocks, down in the boondocks. One fine day I'll find a way to move from this old shack. I hold my head up like a king, and I never will look back. Until that morning I'll work and slave, save every dime, but tonight she'll be down here, whatever, to see me one more time. Down in the boondocks, down in the boondocks. People put me down 'cause that's the side of town I was born in. I love her, she loves me, but I don't fit in her society. Lord have mercy on a boy from down in the boondocks. Lord have mercy on a boy from down in the boondocks. Lord have mercy on a boy from down in the boondocks. Thank you.
Good job, Michael.
Oh, well.
Bonnie.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't reading off the screen, unfortunately.
That was cool. That was very cool. You did a really good. Moon is out, I wanna head on over to the twist and shout. Find a two-step bar, the things can beat. When it lifts me up, gonna find my feet. Out in the middle of the big dance floor, when I hear that fiddle, gonna beg for more. Gonna dance with the band from Louisiana tonight. Well, I never have wandered down to New Orleans, never have drifted down the bayou stream. But I heard that music on the radio, and swore someday I was gonna go. There's a Baton Rouge, and I won't forget. Send you a card with my regrets, 'cause I'm never gonna come back home. Saturday night and the moon is out, I wanna head on over to the twist and shout. Find a two-step partner with a Cajun beat. When it lifts me up, I'm gonna find my feet. Out in the middle of a big dance floor, when I hear that bell, I'm gonna dance for more. Wanna dance to the band from Louisiana tonight. Living on the Delta, it's quite a show. They got hurricane parties every time it blows. Hurry up north, there's a cold, cold rain, and there ain't no cure for my blues today. Except when they play Pink Soleil. It's coming into town, baby, let's go down. Saturday night and the moon is out, I wanna head on over to the twist and shout. Find a two-step partner with a Cajun beat. When it lifts me up, I'm gonna find my feet. Out in the middle of a big dance floor, when I hear that fiddle, gonna beg for more. Gonna dance to the band from Louisiana tonight. This is the song I thought I was gonna sing. Bring your mama, bring your papa, bring your sister too. They got lots of music and lots of blues. Waltz from 9 to 10, you're gonna feel a little bit young again. Learn to dance with the rock and roll, and you learn to swing with the do-side-do. Lick and love with a fade-do-do, when you hear a little jolly blow. Saturday night and the moon is out, I wanna head on over to the twist and shout. Find a two-step partner and a Cajun beat. When it lifts me up, I'm gonna find my feet. Out in the middle of a big dance floor, and I hear that fiddle, gonna beg for more. Gonna dance to the band from Louisiana tonight. Hey! Gonna dance with the band from Louisiana tonight.
Good job, Bonnie.
Gracias.
Here's Tanya.
I can't stand
It's not easy to be
Good job, Tanya. And here comes Carol.
Hello. Oh yes, I'm a great pretender, pretending that I'm doing well. I need is such, I pretend too much. I'm lonely, but no one can tell. Oh yes, I'm a great pretender, adrift in a world of my own. I've played the game, but to my real shame, you've left me to dream alone. To real is the feeling of make-believe. To real what I feel when my heart can't contain. Yes, I'm a great pretender, just laughing and gay like a clown. I seem to be, but I'm not, you see. I'm wearing my heart like a crown, pretending that you're still around. To real is the feeling of make-believe. To real what I feel when my heart can't contain. Yes, I'm a great pretender, just laughing and gay like a clown. I seem to be, but I'm not, you see. I'm wearing my heart like a crown, pretending that you're still around. Thank you.
Good job, Carol. And here comes Sarah.
Just a small town girl living in a lonely world.
Good job, Sarah. And here comes Susan.
Good is sitting alone in your room. Come hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, yo chum. Come to the cabaret. Put on the knitting, the book and the broom. It's time for a holiday. Life is a cabaret, yo chum. Come to the cabaret. Come taste the wine. Come hear the band. Come blow your horn. Start celebrating. Right this way, your table's waiting. What good submitting some prophet of doom to wipe every smile away? Life is a cabaret, old chum. So come to the cabaret. What good is sitting all alone in your room? Come hear the karaoke play. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Come taste the wine. Come hear the band. Come blow your horn. Start celebrating. Right this way, your table's waiting. What good remitting from cradle to tomb? It isn't that long a stay. Life is a cabaret, old chum. It's only a cabaret, old chum. And I love a cabaret.
Good job, Susan. Here's Melissa.
Cupid, draw back your bow and let your arrow soar straight to my lover's heart. For me, nobody but me. Cupid, please hear my cry and let your arrow fly straight to my lover's heart. For me, I don't wanna bother you, but I'm in distress. There's danger of me losing all my happiness. For I love a man who doesn't know I exist. And this you can fix. So, Cupid, draw back your bow and let your arrow flow straight to my love's heart. For me, nobody but me. Cupid, please
Good job, Melissa. Here's Brad.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is in the building.
Are you lonesome tonight? Do you miss me tonight? Are you sorry we drifted apart? Does your memory stray to a bright summer day when I kissed you and called you sweetheart? Do the cars in your parlor seem empty and bare? Do you gaze at your doorstep and picture me there? Is your heart filled with pain? Shall I come back again? Tell me, dear, are you lonesome tonight? I wonder if you are lonesome tonight. You know, someone said that the world's a stage and all the players in it are playing a role. Fate had me playing love, blah, 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 and was where we met. I loved you at first glance. You read your lines so cleverly and never missed a cue. Then came Act 2. You seemed to change. You acted strange, and why I've never known. Honey, you lied when you said you loved me, and I had no cause to doubt you. But I'd rather go on hearing your lies than go on living without you. Now the stage is bare, and I'm standing there with emptiness all around. And if you won't come back to me, then they can bring the curtain down. Is your heart filled with pain? Shall I come back again? Tell me, dear, are you lonesome tonight?
Good job, Brad. Here comes Jack Spratt.
Thank you. More country music. Well, I told you once and I told you twice, but you never listened to my advice. You don't try very hard to please me. With what you know, it should be easy. Ah, this could be the last time. This could be the last time. Maybe the last time. I don't know. Oh no. Oh no. 'Cause I'm sorry, girl, I just can't stay. Not feeling like I do today. There's just too much pain and too much sorrow. Oh, I guess I feel the same tomorrow. Yeah, this could be the last time. This could be the last time. Maybe the last time. I don't know. Oh no! Oh no! Jim Reeves in the audience here. Well, this could be the last time. This could be the last time. Maybe the last time. I don't know. Oh no. Oh no. 'Cause I told you once and I told you twice. Now, well, someone will have to pay the price. Well, here's a chance to change your mind. 'Cause I'll be gone a long, long time. Yeah, this could be the last time. This could be the last time. Maybe the last time. I don't know. Oh no. Oh no. Last time, baby, just to see you no more. No, 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 no more. Well, not no more. Well, no more. No más. No más. No, nunca niente. Grazie, grazie.
Good job, Jack Sprat. Maybe I didn't love you quite as often as I could have. Maybe I didn't treat you quite as good as I should have. And if I made you feel sick and bad, girl, I'm sorry I was blind. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. Maybe I didn't hold you all those lonely, lonely times. And I guess I never told you I'm so happy that you're mine. Little things I should have said and done, I just never took the time. You're always on my mind. You're always on my mind. Tell me that your sweet love hasn't died. And give me one more chance to keep you satisfied. I'll keep you satisfied. Little things I should have said and done,
I just never took the time. You were always on my mind. You're always on my mind. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. Gracias, and here's Catalina.
What?
When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I could offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When evening shadows and the stars appear and there's no one there to dry your tears, I could hold you for a million years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I would never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met. No doubt in my mind that you belong. I go hungry, I go black and blue. I go crawling down the avenue. No, there's nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my The storms are raging on the rolling sea and on the highway of regret. The winds of change are blowing wild and free. You ain't seen nothing like me yet. I could make you happy, make your dreams come true. Nothing that I wouldn't do. Go to the ends of the earth for you to make you feel my love. To make you feel my love. Thank you. Muchas gracias.
Good job, Catalina. Here's Ronaldo. spend my nights out in a bar room. Liquor was the only love I've known. But you rescued me from reaching for the bottom, brought me back from being too far gone. And you're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. Honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time. Same old places, oops. Found the bottom of a bottle, always try. But when you poured out your heart, I didn't waste it. 'Cause there's nothing like your love to get me high. And you're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. And you're as warm as a glass of brandy. Honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. Honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time. Oh, as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. Tennessee whiskey. Tennessee whiskey. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. Tennessee whiskey. Tennessee whiskey. Thank you. Thank you.
Good job, Ronaldo.